Hello, welcome to Taxonomy Online Mathematics. Still on the application of differentiation, calculus 3. We have to determine the maximum point on the curve y equals to 2x cubed plus 5 on 2x squared minus x. Remember the steps we follow. The first step to find the dy dx of the equation. So if y is giving us this, then we can say that the dy dx will be equals to, we know the power comes forward to multiply, that gives us 6. We subtract 1 from the power, we get 2. Plus 2 also come forward to multiply. 2, 5, 10. 10 divided by 2, 5. Subtract 1 from the power, you get 1. Minus, bring 1 forward, you get 1. X exponent 0 is 1. So if you differentiate a variable, you get 1. Or you pick the coefficient in front of it. So this is our dy dx. So now we are looking for maximum. So I can say that at the turning point where the curve is turning, we are going to have the dy dx will be equal to 0. So that we can find the values of the independent variable. If that's the case, it means 6x squared plus 5x minus 1 should be equals to 0. And this becomes a quadratic equation. If you use 6 to multiply the negative 1, you'll be having negative 6. So we need 2 factors of negative 6. When we add, we get a positive 5. One of the factors will be negative. Since this is positive, preferably the smallest one. So I can have minus 1 and 6 itself. By multiplication, we get minus 6. By addition, we get positive 5. So this become, let's go the short way. So I'll have x minus 1, x plus 6 equals to 0. This is a shortcut. But you can see that we use 6 to multiply. So we divide by the 6. So here by 6, here by 6. Meaning I'll be having x minus 1 on 6 in one bracket, x plus 1 in the next bracket. You can see that 6 divided by 6 will be 1 equals to 0. So we equate each of the bracket equals to 0. X plus 1 equals to 0. So that we transpose the constant to get a value of x. So x will be equals to 1 on 6, or x will be equals to negative 1. So we can say that the turning point occurs at x equals to 1 on 6, or we can use and x equals to what? Minus 1. So this is the value of x. They are saying maximum point, meaning we need the value of what? Y. But since we are having two, one will give us maximum, one give us what? Minimum. So we have to text for the maximum and the minimum. So we go for the second derivative. So the second derivative, I have the 2y dx squared. Where is our here? So 2 come forward to multiply 6 to give us 12. We subtract from the power, we have x. You know, when you differentiate a constant, you pick the coefficient, so plus 5. So now we can text the maximumity of what? The 2 point of x. So I can say that at x equals to 1 on 6, I can be able to find this second derivative value as 12 times 1 on 6 plus 5. And I believe 2 can go here. 6 can go here 2 times. 2 plus 5 will be giving us what? 7. So I can also say at x equals to 1, is it 1? Negative 1. Your dy dx will be equals to 12 into bracket minus 1 plus what? 5. And I believe this will be minus 12 plus 5 that will give us a negative 7. Let's see if that's the case. We are not having the 2 points. Here, this is going to be more than 0. So we call it the minimum point. This is less than 0. So we call it the maximum point. So the maximum value of y will be occurring at where x is equal to -1. So it means this is the value we are going to put into the y equation to get the maximum value of y. So we can say that for the y component, put x equals what? -1 into the main equation, which we have as y equals to 2x to the power 3 plus 5 on 2x minus x. So this is the value, the equation for the curve. So that means y will be equals to 2 into bracket -1 to the power 3, 5 on 2 -1 square minus -1. Don't forget, since this is an odd number, this will give you negative. So -1 times 2 will be -2. This is going to be positive. So I still have my 5 on 2, negative plus 1. If you compare the last and the first, we're having -1. So y equals to 5 on 2 minus what? 1. Which I can rewrite this as 2 divided by 2 in order to get the same denominator. So y will become 5 minus 2 will be 3 divided by what? 2. So therefore, we can see the maximum point occurs at the x value is -1, the y value is what? 3 on 2. So this is the maximum point. If they ask for the maximum value of x, you pick your, after the second derivative, the text, you pick the value of x. If they say find the maximum value of the curve, meaning the y, you pick the 3 on 2. But when they say point, both the x and the y coordinate will be picked in as the point at which the curve is maximum. I'm sure this is clear. Don't forget to leave a comment for us to get interactive. Share with somebody. Let them subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, and we will learn together.